So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot. Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
And that's how you start the right. Wait, oh, okay, good. So I'll save all my threats for later. Hey, now what you say now? No, you are not. Welcome back to another edition of the LaTangela Show podcast. Today, this does my heart so well because it's like a family reunion and a long time coming. And let me be the first to say, I was like, Cozy to the Len. I'm seeing him on all these television stations. I'm seeing him on all these radio interviews. I'm seeing him just any and everywhere. And I was like, you know what? Let me figure out what's going on, because surely I can't be last on his list. We're family. So today I got questions that need answers. I'm gonna start you slow. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm holding on. And that's the easiest of the questions for right now.
Yeah.
Cozy Len, congratulations.
Thank you.
You have been putting on for the world for quite some time, right? The world of entertainment, the world of holding mics, lyrics, melodies, it's no stranger to you. But now the world is getting a dose of you and the greatness that we are already accustomed to.
Man, finally, it's a long time coming, like Sam Cooke would say.
Tell me a little bit about the experience. Like, how long did you know that you wanted to sing, not just as a hobby or as a personal space of worship, but as a career? How did you know that this was something that you wanted to take next level?
I've been doing this for the majority of my life since I was a kid. Man, I can think all the way back when I used to listen to Boys to Men on the radio and on the stereo, man, playing their tapes over and over, and in the living room acting like I was performing to their performance, and, you know, just going ham with the mic on, watching Michael Jackson perform. He's influenced a lot of people, everybody. So yeah, it's been for a long time.
Long time. And I mean, you've been gracing stages across the world forever, but let's take it all the way back, because I know Cozy Len from Cherubim Junior Church Choir. Can we start there? Like, when I say family reunion, I can tell you that music runs through this man's veins. And so none of this, hey, we're family. It's a family reunion, right? And it's like, none of this is surprising, but it is so enlightening to see how the world can see what we see, and they recognize the pureness of it. They recognize the commitment that you've had to this, and it's got to feel good to you.
It does. It does. I'm still taking it all in, though, because like you said, you know, I've been putting in work for at least the last 25 years, like consistently, seriously, you know, performing, traveling, building my gift, honing my gift. And now I have this opportunity, man. It's just like, it's a total breakthrough. So I'm still trying to process it all. Like, it's almost like I'm living in a dream world, just walking through it right now. But hey, I'm trying to roll with it and stay up to par, man. I was telling my wife the other day, dealing with the social media firestorm, you know, a lot of good things, all the comments and everybody seeing what I'm doing. I'm just trying to keep up right now.
I know, right? I know, and you're doing an excellent job of it. And I know that your wife has been a cornerstone for you. And of course, that place to where you can be the most vulnerable and go in and stay true to yourself, to your art, and not get caught up in the smoke and mirrors of what the world wants, but what she knows and loves you for, so she can guide that even during the times that you have questions.
Definitely. It's a blessing, man. We've been married November 20th will make 4 years.
Oh, she's a good woman. She's been putting up with you for 4 years. And all that noise you making?
Yeah. Speaking of noise, man, I'm at home. I'm doing vocal lessons and vocal training and drills. And they're like, you too loud. Look, I got to be loud. Let me do what I do.
Right. Bring the noise. I say, bring the noise. And whenever you realize that the voice was more than just a dream, that the voice was a stage that you were getting ready to hit, like, what was that level of excitement for you?
Wow.
I mean, it's the voice.
like I said, I'm really still trying to process it, man. I was highly elated and happy when I actually got a response from my initial audition, you know, and I just kind of went out on a whim and auditioned. Just real quick, I was sitting at home one day. It was an off day. I usually travel a lot, gigging 3-4 days a week, you know, different cities, man. I'm just home in the middle of the week, sitting on the couch. I'm having a bad day, man. I'm just trying to keep my mind, you know, focused. And I heard the Spirit of God speak in my heart so clearly. It's not often I hear the Spirit of God speak, but when I hear him, I know it. And he spoke to my heart. He said, pick up your iPad and see when the voice is doing auditions. And you know how we are as children, man, children of God. We're like, nah, you ain't say that.
That's not what he said.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm like, nah, he said, I'm not doing that. Then a second time, I heard him as clear as day. Just pick up your iPad and see when the voice is doing auditions. So I picked up my iPad and I started doing virtual auditions in like the next week or two. And I set up my artist profile and I did the audition, just went out on a whim and just made it go. And,
obedience.
Yeah. And 30 minutes later, I got a response like, woohoo, congratulations, you made it to the next step. I'm like, what?
Huh?
Seriously?
Huh?
Yeah. So.
Wow. And then you hit the stage. And then you get these chairs to go to turning.
Yeah.
And you had decisions. Like that is almost the impossible task.
Yeah. It's a process, and it's been a process.
Yeah.
And honestly, just kind of put it into perspective for people. It just didn't happen overnight. After I did my original audition, it took about a year process before we even got to the point where we're at now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Patience is a virtue.
Yeah. It's a long process.
Even the mental process of that, right? You can say things, and even now we're going to be real selective of what we say and how we say it.
Yeah.
But while you're going through that type of a process, mentally, how do you not get in your own way? Especially when we live in such an instant gratification world. Everything is a hashtag, a retweet. We want right now. It happened last night, so I got posted last night. I need to tell everything I think I know. So sitting on a bubble of something like this, waiting for it to happen. Is it going to happen? Doubts creep in. How do you manage to keep some level of sanity within that?
2 things. Well, actually 3. You got to have your faith in something. Obviously, I have my faith in God. That's number 1.
Yeah.
2, you got to be grinding towards something. You have to have something that you're focused on, that you're working towards. And in working towards that, you have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And the inevitability of you trying to get into your head, or the enemy trying to get into your head, these thoughts and looking at what's going on outside, you have to really put on a tunnel vision mode and try to keep yourself looking forward. Any thoughts that come in your mind, you have to be in a mode to say, you know, I'm not listening to that today. I'm casting it down today. And I'm just trying to stay focused and moving forward. And I also find peace in keeping the norm of your day-to-day activity.
Talk on that. Talk on that. Because now you're about to get into the big C word. I know you're not gonna come up here and start cussing at me with consistency. No. So go ahead and say it out loud. I'm listening.
Yeah, that I find a great peace in that, because my wife usually tells me, she's like, you don't sit still, you don't sit still. I think that's a benefit to me a lot of times. It can be a con a lot of times too, because I have to know how to implement rest days and rest so I don't get too stressed out. But if you're focused on a task and you allow yourself to stay consistent and you keep your everyday activity, you're actually minimizing the roadblocks that might come. You don't even notice most of the roadblocks that come because you're focused and you just steady moving. You're steady moving forward. But you're moving forward in doing things that are beneficial. You're not moving forward and doing stuff that doesn't matter. If you have
motion that matters.
Exactly.
Like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And then there's the difference between us just being busy and being productive with a goal in mind.
Exactly.
Because too often distractions will come and we don't know what's a distraction. Right. Sometimes it's hard for us to tell what's an excuse. And some of the stuff is just a very valiant situation. Like, okay, life happens. Yeah. But when life happens, do we have those goals to where we can then go over all of the steps and get back on track?
Yeah.
Or is just a thought process of us hoping and wishing and kind of throwing it out there by the wayside? But this has been an ongoing situation for you. You can find him singing at a wedding. You can find him singing on the stage, at a festival, at a concert. It does not matter. The man has been everywhere. He is everywhere. And now everywhere is watching him on the stage of The Voice. If you had to pick a highlight of this entire process so far, what would it be? Do, 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 do.
I mean, that's an easy one off the top of the head.
Okay, what?
The highlight, man, has been my blind audition.
Okay. Talk to me about it. I'm listening.
My blind audition that's the moment we were all waiting for.
Yeah.
Every artist that was a part of this experience was all being prepared to do their blind audition. And like I said, this was a year-long process. So that was the most exciting part. That was the biggest part. And in it being exciting and big, it was nerve-wracking. So you had to find a way to manage those nerves.
My pressure.
Yeah.
My pressure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you had to find a way to manage those nerves.
How
man.
did you decide on the song?
So, as I mentioned a minute ago, Boyz II Men they were really influential to me coming up, and I'm a big believer in trying to bring real R&B back, real soul music back in this day and age, in this era. So that was a good song for me to pick because not only was I a fan of their music, but I felt like that was a song where I can exemplify all of my vocal ability. I could exemplify my strong points of me being smooth in my vocal texture, embracing my tone. And also it gave me the ability to dynamically build that song to a point to where I could exemplify my power and my range.
And you did all of the above.
Yeah.
And then some.
Yeah.
And then some. You did, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to tell everybody. We're just going to say support, because this is such a major move. And not only are you doing it for self, but you got the city on your back, and the city got your back. You know what I mean? So we only got the best of the best showing up, showing out, representing the way that he knows to do. And if we want to keep up with the rest of the movements and everything else that you're working on for the music, the performances, the behind the scenes coverage, how do we keep up with the Cozy Len?
I'm all on social media, man. Cozy Len on Facebook, Cozy Len on Instagram, Cozy Len on TikTok, YouTube, Cozy Len. I have my band that I'm with, Cozy Len Experience. I'm also the front man for Rewind Band, so we do a lot of things not only around town but outside of the city. We travel a lot. So if you want to stay in tune to my social media platforms. And definitely, I have about 4 or 5 singles that's been released for a while. One of them is a new single that I released maybe a few weeks ago. I'm on all digital platforms.
Yeah, hard to find out here in the streets.
I'm not. I'm on all digital platforms. I'm on Apple Music. I'm on Spotify. I'm on all of it. Wherever you stream your music at, type in my name, Cozy Len, COZYLEN. I guarantee you might like the vibes that you're hearing. So that's
it. And don't let this be the last field trip to the madhouse. I want you to think of this as an extension
allows
of
me
your
back,
office.
man.
I'm begging him to come back. Matter of fact, I'm going to lock the door so he can't leave. I want you to hang out with me. I want to know all of the great things that you have going on. If I got a mic, you got a mic. You know what that is. We're family. I know you got more work to do though. So I'm gonna let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you.
Man, look, we gotta do something together. This is a lot of talent sitting next to me right now.
Let's do it. I'm here with you.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Say less.
All right.
Pinky sweat and make it real. There you go. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.